It is almost impossible to talk about data without talking about data models. Data models are some of the most fundamental concepts that you come across in the world of data. Welcome to another episode of Data Sip, where we break down data and fintech concepts into easily digestible shots. In today's episode, we are looking at the term data model. A data model is basically a combination of related data sources. Now, if you do not know what a data source is, I'll refer you to this video where you will understand the basic meaning of a data source. These data sources come together to form an enriched data set that will be used for further processing down the line in whatever application. But if we have sources of data that are related, we need to bring them together somehow for there to be some meaningful action down the line. So that's where a data model comes in. They are usually connected by what is called a join. That's another concept we shall be breaking down in a further video. To better understand a data model and to make it as easy as possible, I'll be using a simple analogy. I love analogies. They just make it easier to understand a concept. So let's think about a couple. You've most likely seen couples walking down the street at the mall, in a park. They're walking down the street, they're holding hands. These are two individuals. We can consider them data sources. By virtue of their marriage, of what a relationship they have, they are related. That relation forms that bond between the two of them. Holding hands is what we will look at as a join. So I hope when next you see a couple holding hands, you would think of a data model. Another example could be in the world of science. You have atoms, you have molecules. These atoms come together to form a molecule. Let's take a simple molecule that everyone probably already knows, the water molecule, H2O. We have two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen. They come together, they bond and form the water molecule, H2O. That is a simple example of a data model. Let's look at the world of business. Probably you have this wonderful business idea, you're the visionary person, and you have a friend who is very good at implementing ideas that you come up with. You're probably not the best at executing, but you come up with a wonderful idea. You are a data source. That friend has some skills in implementing or following through on a particular idea. Both of you come together and form a company, an LLC, maybe producing candles. Both of you are a data model. Now, this drives me to talk about something a little further than a data model. Some applications will have what we call a modified model. So what is a modified model? It is a data model that needs more information elsewhere from another data source. So there is already a model formed, and this is the symbol for a data model. And then we have another data source coming to enrich that model. When that data source comes together with an already formed data model, it forms what we call a modified model. This will be applicable in cases where the data model maybe could not be modified or could not be changed, or the data sources could not be split apart so that this extra data source comes in. So this model is already in the application functioning, but we need extra information. So we add a data source onto an already existing data model. That is a modified model. So that was it for Data Sip today. If you liked the video, please share, subscribe, and I'll see you again on another episode of Data Sip.